Hello everyone, and welcome to Omniversery, a game of space, time, and babies. Omniversery is a 3D third-person Android game where players play as a supercomputer in a space nursery building babies for odd parents in the form of an assembly line. The game screen contains and displays all the game's mechanics. On the top you can see the parents with their genetic and happiness meters, as well as the score and time being tracked. In the middle of the screen is where players will choose the best combination of parts for each baby. The bottom section is where players will monitor and use the robotic arms to assemble the babies and access the toolbox. Each of the parents will come with their own personal genetic meters that show the players which of the parents' look is more important. If the mother has a higher genetic meter, then the player should focus on parts best suited to her look. Through the combination of parts based on this information, the happiness meter of both parents will raise or lower depending on the player's choices. The baby creation process is controlled by tapping the arrows on either side of each body part and touching and dragging the part to the body. The color applicator will allow players to apply a color to body parts by tapping the color and then tapping the part. The cycle system of the body parts will include all the parts available to the player. This allows the player to become more comfortable with the game so they can make the best combinations possible. There is also a next button so that if the player has not run out of time, they can move on to the next baby. Here's where players will monitor the statuses of the robotic arm. There are 3 status effects for the arms. Oil keeps the machine running smoothly. When it runs out, the arms add parts to the baby at a slower rate. The damage meter will tell the player how close the arms are to breaking down completely. And when the coolant meter runs out, the arms overheat and cause them to stop working for a few seconds. Players will tap on the toolbox to open it and 3 tools will be available. The oil can is used for the oil meter, the duct tape is used for the damage meter, and the coolant bottle is used for the coolant tank. After choosing a tool, players will tap repeatedly on the meter to refill them as much as they can while working on and in between each baby. If the player taps the menu button, the game will go into a pause state and the new window will pop up on the screen. Here players will be able to quit the game, check the leaderboard, and resume the game when ready. The game will not be visible through this menu. The leaderboard will only be on a local scale and record the top 10 players' information on single devices. Each level will increase in difficulty by reducing the time of each level and increasing the amount of babies required. Level 1 requires 2 babies in 5 minutes, Level 2 requires 5 babies in 4 minutes, Level 3 requires 6 babies in 3.5 minutes, Level 4 requires 7 babies in 3 minutes, and Level 5 requires 9 babies in 2.5 minutes. If the player is able to get a happiness meter to 100%, they will be awarded bonus time. If they create babies that give 35% or less in the happiness meter, they will have time taken away from the current level. If constant parents are 35% or less, the arms will take extra damage. They also take less damage for the more 100% parents that are made. The only risk I see in this game as a capstone project would be the parent genetic combinations, where getting the right balance of parents could take time with a possible amount of how many parents will be required to design, and the art and animations of the game, where students may not be the best artists. I see this game being based around basic shapes and character designs so the parents read easily to the player's eyes. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my game pitch.
Created using Powtoon.